Rising dramatically from the desert floor, Picacho Peak State Park is a stunning landmark known for its rugged beauty and vibrant wildflower displays. But beyond its scenic trails, the peak holds historical significance. It was the site of the westernmost battle of the American Civil War, where Union and Confederate forces clashed in a brief but pivotal skirmish. A place of natural wonder and historic depth, Picacho Peak stands as a testament to Arizona's rich past. Welcome to another episode of Arizona's Gold. For anyone wondering, Picacho Peak State Park is GRACE approved, so you can bring your dogs there. Picacho Peak State Park, with its striking 1,500-foot peak, has long served as a landmark for explorers and travelers. The Anza expedition recorded its presence in the 1700s, and later the Mormon Battalion and the Butterfield Overland Stage used the area for passage. Its most famous historical event occurred on April 15, 1862, during the American Civil War, when Union and Confederate forces clashed in the Battle of Picacho Pass, the westernmost battle involving fatalities. At the time, Confederate forces had occupied Tucson, declaring it part of the Confederate Arizona Territory, with hopes of expanding westward. Union troops from California, known as the California Column, moved to push Confederate forces out of Arizona. A Union cavalry patrol led by Lieutenant James Barrett encountered Confederate pickets under Sergeant Henry Holmes near Picacho Peak. Despite orders to wait for reinforcements, Barrett launched an attack leading to a fierce skirmish lasting over an hour. Barrett was killed, and the Confederates successfully delayed the Union advance before retreating. Though the battle was small in scale, Union forces eventually forced the Confederates out of Arizona by May 1862. Beyond its historical significance, Picacho Peak is now renowned for its spring wildflower displays, particularly the vibrant Mexican gold poppies, which transform the desert landscape into a golden tapestry. Recognizing its geological and botanical importance, Arizona designated the area as a state park in 1968, following strong local support and petitions from various communities. Today, it stands as a testament to both Arizona's natural beauty and its rich history. Alright guys, this is going to be us getting to the park, but I want you to know if you're just here for the Civil War portion of the park, I'm going to leave a timestamp in the description so you guys can fast forward to that. You're going to see they have some informational signs, a statue talking about it, and it goes a little more in depth about the Civil War and the significance with Picacho Pass. But yeah, if you're interested in that, just skip ahead. I'm going to leave a timestamp. But as you see, we're going through the visitor center right now, and you're going to see me go up one of the trails, and it's going to be some nice scenic views. But like I said, timestamps are going to be there. You can check out what you want. So right now you're going to see us getting to the trailhead parking lot for the trail. It's a nice trail. It's not the most easiest one, and I believe it went a little farther than what I ended up doing. So to give you an idea how the video is going to go, I'm going to have some parts at normal speed and some parts fast forward 10 times speed, just because there was a lot of footage, and I'll slow down just when there's, scenic outlooks and stuff like that, but I needed to just because there was so much footage. But anyways, just so you know, and then after this trail, I'm going to show the Civil War things they had. Now, I did a lot of pan shots here, so if you get bored of it, you can just fast forward, but it was really nice, and I just wanted to capture it pretty well. And it was at this point that I decided to go back, and this is about as far as I got. Like I said, I'm not really sure how far the trail goes. I'm pretty sure it goes all the way to the top, and as you can see, I'm a far ways from doing that, so I don't know what percent you could say that I did, but it was still a workout somewhat, so. Alright, this is going to be the Civil War portion of the video, and as I mentioned earlier, this is where they have the informational signs, and they're also going to have a monument here about the soldiers that passed away. but it's going to tell you about the skirmish and what happened and a little bit more about the Civil War. And for those of you who haven't seen her, this is Grace, and this is where the Grace Approved came from. And just as a side note, right near Picacho Peak, they have this gas station gift shop, and they have a lot of cool stuff in there. So if you need to fill up or grab a snack, they have that. And then if you drive a little ways over, you're going to also have a Bowlin Travel Center gift shop with a Dairy Queen attached. And those are going to be the same, that's going to be the same company that did The Thing, if you saw my previous video about it. So that's really cool because they have two nice gift shops if you want to go to those. Alright guys, as always, God bless you all in Jesus' name. Hope you're doing well today, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you on another episode of Arizona's Gold.